So after just 16 short years, and on the eve of April Fool's Day, that's one of their holidays, remember that, they finally released more photographs of the Pentagon during the wake of 9/11. So let's take a look here, shall we? The FBI has re-released a series of photos that document the horrific terror attack on the Pentagon September 11th. It's showing first responders at work with their faces blacked out, or they were all wearing black face masks, one of the two. They're showing two FBI agents standing next to this hole that the airplane disappeared into. See it? An airplane. Yeah. One of these bad Larrys right here did that. You see that hole with the person standing right next to it, and it's just a little bit bigger? Yeah. You see what I mean? Yep. They are big. Big like, jumbo jets. They're big. That hole looks like a Jeep drove through it. Nothing more. But who am I to judge? Here's another picture. There's a small fire right there. I don't know what any of this is supposed to represent because an airplane didn't hit anything right here. But people are hiding. They're ducking. This guy's sitting and looking this way. This guy dropped his gum. And then we have people holding flags while something comes in and makes it look like a plane hit it. There's a dog looking around. It's weird how CNN doesn't have the woman that was actually in the Pentagon that walked right out and said that, there was no airplane at all. But here, she's a liar. That lady that worked at the Pentagon, she's a liar.
September 11, 2001, I had returned back from maternity leave. I had to get Elijah situated in daycare. I walked into the building. I had to clear Elijah to go to the area. There were some things that they wanted me to take care of prior to me taking him to the daycare. I sat down at the computer to actually turn the computer on. As I pressed the button, boom. So at that particular time, based off what happened, I thought I had triggered a bomb. I was covered from my neck all the way down to my back in debris. My son was completely blown out of his stroller, and some of the floors had collapsed within, and people were trapped in between the floors. My son had stopped crying, so I felt strength out of nowhere to actually low crawl from out under the debris to try to find my son. But because there were so many people in that area, whether they were screaming or, crying or saying, "Help me, save me," I felt pretty much divided. I didn't know if to help them first or to try to find my son. But I had tried to lift some of the debris to find my son, and I wasn't able to locate him, so I helped the other people with the thought that they would help me find my son. But due to all the hysteria, they just wanted to get out. There was an area where there was a pack of debris. We climbed over it, and in one last effort, I had reached down while there were two people holding my arm. I had reached down under a pack of debris and pulled my son up by his onesie, which is a T-shirt that snapped in between a child's leg. I put him over my shoulder and proceeded to get out of that particular location that had collapsed. And I came out in what is believed to be the entrance or the place of initial impact and was placed on the lawn that was closest to the highway prior to be transported to the hospital on that particular day. While I was coming out of the Pentagon, I didn't see any evidence of metal, airplane seats, luggage, nothing that would give me any indication that it was a plane that had hit the building. I lost one shoe, so I was walking through the area barefooted. So I was particularly careful to try to make sure I did not step on anything sharp while I had my son on my shoulder. I did not have jet fuel over my body. My son didn't have jet fuel over his body. The people that I helped didn't have jet fuel on their body. So again, there was nothing on the inside that would give me any indication that there was a plane on that particular day that hit the building. Most of the people that were in the area where I was located, and again, I did ask because maybe I was off in my judgment, but in speaking with everyone, it was conclusive that no one else in the area where I was located had seen any parts of planes or luggage or baggage or anything of that nature. Yes, I believe it's something part of much more sinister, and that's why my goal is to try to push for a federal grand jury so that people can be brought forth for perjury and obstruction of justice. I mean, when you go out of your way to fabricate an official story, when obviously the evidence that appears, whether it's footage or the work that many people have done, shows that the official story couldn't possibly be true, then yes, you should be brought to justice.
This woman was in the Pentagon. She worked at the Pentagon. Now, you can deny this all you want, but this is just one of many people that were there that day that know the official story is bullshit. So maybe it's time for you to go out and buy a tinfoil hat. I don't know what else to tell you. Shadow government, a shadow group, and we've heard about it from everyone. And the quotation from Woodrow Wilson sums it up perfectly. Now remember, this is the president, WW or 33 if you turn it on its side. This is the president that he traded the presidency for the Federal Reserve, the creature from Jekyll Island. He was quoted as saying, "Since I entered politics, I have chiefly had men's views confided to me privately. Some of the biggest men in the U.S. in the field of commerce and manufacturing are afraid of somebody, are afraid of something. They know that there is a power somewhere, so organized, so subtle, so watchful, so interlocked, so complete, so pervasive, that they had better not speak above their breath when they speak in condemnation of it." Richie from Boston. Links will be in the description. This isn't a plane crash site at all. I don't know what to tell you. I do love the little marking on the wall right there. Just a little symbol to let you know what's really going on. You see that right there? You see that right there? You see it? You see it? They always leave a calling card. Richie from Boston. Like, share, subscribe, or don't. I'm out.